So just off the top, I want to mention, Jeff, that both of us were wrong.
Right.
Marion Barry was not the mayor of D.C., Washington, D.C.
Okay.
He was, in fact, the mayor of Chicago.
Oh!
Thank you to our
Yes, we have to thank cameraman John McClure, who's filling in for me today.
crack research staff.
Crack research. That was
Maybe that was a bad
sharp.
terminology.
That was good
Terminology. It was on purpose.
I thought it was.
I
Sean
shouldn't get
saw
credit
video
for
of
it.
the actual arrest,
Yes.
so that's how John knew
The
that it was
FBI
coming.
video is out, much like soon enough the video of
Interesting.
Ford will be out.
Yeah.
And soon enough, you might be able to go to Mars to participate in a reality TV show. What?
I know.
Okay, so first of all, can I don't know anything about this. This was something that you were discussing in the newsroom.
I've been discussing this every day.
I have a question. I have a question.
She wants to go.
Didn't it recently come out that they could get people to Mars, but you're not coming home?
No, they can't even get them to Mars.
Okay.
They don't. The technology does not exist to get to Mars. In fact, I've heard researchers say that even if NASA had a huge injection of money, we're not even sure that NASA could get people
Thank
to Mars at
God,
this point.
because Jersey Shore.
Because it's just too far.
Well, it's not that it's too far. Well, it's really complex. But even just to dumb it down to the very idea of the atmosphere, it's so thin that the aircraft that they've tried to land on Mars so far, any kind of parachute to slow it down. It doesn't slow it down enough because the atmosphere is so thin, and so it's crashing.
How did the Mars rover land?
They have actually. Here's the nerd part. They have the parachutes, but then they deploy large airbags almost, and so it hits it and then it rolls and then it breaks apart. Thing comes out.
So they throw it at Mars.
You're talking about a little whatever.
Yeah, you're talking about a little
rover,
robot,
yeah.
right?
We're not talking about a spacecraft
person.
that has people in it
Sure.
and all the stuff that they need to survive, because this is a one-way trip that they're calling it. So what it is they're saying there's a group of a network of people who have incorporated themselves as interplanetary media. So they're funding this trip to Mars by selling it to networks and getting advertising, getting all these corporations
But if
on
NASA
board.
doesn't have enough money for it, how are these people going to raise enough money for it?
And that's
Divert the
thing.
Rob Ford funds
In a
that
lot
way.
of ways, it's brilliant because
The drug dealer is on that one too.
science doesn't get money, right? But all of a sudden, you're telling people you can send them to Mars, donate this money. 80,000 people. Now, this is a couple days ago. It's probably more. 80,000 people have applied for this one-way trip to Mars from 120 different countries. They're going to choose 4, and by the end of August, they'll have whittled it down so that I think that going forward from August, the people that you have will be chosen or whittled down by the world in the reality TV.
Okay, but is it not true though? Am I wrong in thinking that there was studies saying that even if we could get to Mars, you couldn't get back, you'd die?
No, you can't. Well, they're not saying that. Well, that's part of the technology that they have to develop in the next 10 years. Is how they're not bringing them back. This is sending them there and keeping them
To
there
die
and
on Mars.
and settling.
Yeah, see,
Settling.
It's a settlement. It's
Yeah,
not, you're not
of
just
course.
sending them there and then killing them with
Yeah.
the planet. They're
No.
supposed to live there and be
but-
scientists
Right.
and stuff, right?
I've seen Total Recall, though. I don't want to go there.
Yeah,
Get
your
yourself
eyes
to
go
Mars.
this-
Get yourself to Mars.
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
You need to see Total Recall.
We need Slurpee, and we need Total Recall this weekend. Report back to me on Monday.
No, but I like your reaction because that's one of my reactions too. Is that we've been talking even around this table about the right to die, things like that. People who are very sound of mind, who have things like ALS or whatever it is that they're saying, I want to make a choice. Not that everybody needs to make that choice, but that are saying I would like to have the ability to choose when I die, especially if I have this disease that's slowly killing me, and yet would say no, you are not allowed to make that choice.
but you can go to Mars.
You can take a one-way trip to Mars.
Kidding. Good point.
So
This society
amazing.
is mad backwards, man.
I have no words. I really don't. It just and then what? So if a parachute can't land us properly on Mars because of the atmosphere, how are we going to get the camera crews up there to watch their every move and so on and so on
Mark
and so
Burnett should
forth?
make a show and send the cast of Survivor up there. Just launch them.
Well, I think that's kind of what we're talking about
Oh,
here.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, you get voted off Mars.
Can I go on the ship?
I'm really baffled. I'm truly baffled by this.
Yeah, well, and this, dumbing it down, but what do you think about the idea of our society's I don't know, the first thing for us to think now, every time we want to choose a team of people, that we need to do it reality TV style. I mean, this is the format that our society has fallen into.
Yeah, and I don't want them representing me. Like, that's not my demographic. You know, the cast of Jersey Shore is not me.
Would you be less opposed to this, though, if it was for well-trained astronauts from all across the world who all agreed on their own sound mind to go, and they agree that, then they're like, I'm fine, I can die on Mars, but this is for the betterment of mankind.
Like Armageddon.
Yeah.
Well, not to that extent. They're not saving the Earth. And they're not
Only
Bruce
Ben
Willis.
We'll pretend they are.
Yeah, but would you? Does that change things for you then? If you take the reality TV aspect out of it, and they're just of sound mind astronauts who agree that they're gonna go up there, live their life, and die?
Well, isn't that what Chris Hadfield just kind of did up in space? He could have died. He did. There was no. I think the risk was less.
No, but he. I hope that he thought he was going to come back.
For sure,
Right?
yeah.
But does it change your view of it if it's for astronauts who are well trained, who
think
want to
so.
go, and who's like, this is just for the betterment of mankind?
I think it does, because I mean these people are highly trained, and I think that gives us a glimmer of hope that maybe one day there will be civilization. But when you have totally, unrelated people, like Kim had maybe mentioned, are terminally ill, and they choose to do this trip, or they get picked that way. I would.
They'd have to be like, they wouldn't be terminally ill. They'd have to be like you have to be top physical condition just to get out of the atmosphere of like.
That's what the beginning application process is about, getting the right people chosen first. So kind of getting rid of people based on maybe not the most stable mentally
But are
or
these
whatever.
people that are doing the show, do they have any scientific background, or are they just TV reality show people?
Is it just Rob Mariano and Russell Hantz?
There are,
Like,
I think that a lot of the applicants are scientists or are in sort of astronaut based for sure. But just to be clear, like I'm not against it at all. So it doesn't change my view at all. I think the whole thing is awesome.
Where there is a legitimate panel that is choosing or whatever. They already have their candidates who they think might be, do this properly or whatever.
Lance Bass from NSYNC.
He did. He went to space.
He did.
Yeah.
He's front runner up for this Mars trip. He's down. He said it already. He signed the contract.
I just still think it's. I don't get it. Like I really don't get it.
If they asked you, you wouldn't try?
To go up to Mars and die? No.
And has reality
Because
TV
people don't
reached
think
its
of it like,
limit?
I'm going to go up to Mars and die. They're going to think of it, I'm going to go up to Mars and be one of the first people to land on land on another planet. I'm going to make a scientific contribution that will be unmatched by most other people
Absolutely.
ever.
I'd rather live out on Earth. I'd rather just carry out the rest of my time.
Do you want to know though what happens on Mars? Because I guess eventually, if we are going to expand our civilization to other planets, someone's going to have to go. Like, are you opposed to the idea of even trying?
Oh, they can go. I just don't want to.
I know personal choice.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'll stay here.
I just feel like once you get there, then what? Like it'd be like, okay, we're here now. What do we do? There's no place to go and have a beer. We can't go and
Slurpees.
play golf or
There will be a ping pong table on the.
in-flight movie is.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing: is if it's
look out the
reality
window.
TV type people, what are the things that they're going to want on that planet?
Yeah, I know. It's not going to be a case of like freeze-dried ice cream and freeze-dried strawberries. It's going to be all just vodka. That's what they do on reality television, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, folks, we probably need to get back to work. So everybody, you all have a good day. I still don't get it.